Hey, what's up? Today we are referring to a game called Tower of Fantasy. You probably know it's all the hype, especially in the anime community. What is Tower of Fantasy? It is an MMO anime action RPG which you can play for free. Isn't that amazing? We love free games. So let's just immediately get into it. The question is Tower of Fantasy worth getting and investing time into? Quick answer for me is yes, and I'm gonna explain right now. First of all, what stood out to me immediately the moment that I started playing the game is that the stamina, if you try running, it's a little thing, it's a small thing. But for me, after playing Genshin and running around the whole world, you do not spend stamina just running around. It's only during combat. Anyway, with that out of the way, I just wanted to point that out because many seem to be ignoring it. Let's get to the other stuff. Rewards. The game has many rewards. For example, I claimed all these 10 golden nucleus, even more nucleus. Let's get to the rewards tab. Level pack. Even more of these dark crystals which can be used to obtain even more wishes. If we go to the map by pressing M, you can see if you press Asta by exploring, you get way more rewards than you would get in other games. I'm not trying to single any games out, but you already know who I'm talking about. As you can see, more wishes. These are wishes, more dark crystals which can be used to obtain wishes. One wish is 150 of these, which means that this is more. It's 1 1/4 of a wish. Also, the map, it's huge. It's huge. It's not just this. This is already quite big. It's gonna take maybe 2 weeks if you take it casually to explore of this and find out secrets. But if you press down here, Isperia, I do not know how to pronounce things. You can see that this is the Isperia, the realm that we're currently in. But there is a second one which is locked right now, Vera. So we're gonna get another realm which is possibly just as huge as this one. So it's not just gonna stay like this, it's gonna keep getting bigger and bigger as time comes. Next up is a system that you have and I personally have seen in other games, but the weapons are all used in the same character. You do not switch characters like you would do in Genshin or other games like that, and you get damage by not using an elemental burst. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be comparing to Genshin quite a bit. The damage that you get is from during combat. I can show you right now, but during combat when you switch, as you can see down here, R to switch to my dual blades and Q to switch to my bow. But when you're near an enemy and you switch, it's gonna use a heavy attack, you could say, which deals massive damage to the enemy, as well as you have an active skill for each weapon. For instance, the dual blades throw out these discs which deal AoE damage, or my spear throws enemies into the air. Yeah, it throws enemies into the air and you can start hitting them while they are airborne. Also, the chat, as you could see, it's filled with Genshin, Honkai plus Genshin plus Zelda, because this rubbish game. Also, I'm not comparing the games in quality. I'm just comparing features, and I do not want to upset anyone or any fan base, you know. So you do have the long-term content because new areas are gonna keep getting released, but because the game is new weapons are also going to get released, which is also amazing. Let's do a few wishes as I'm speaking. Also, look at this, amazing. So, Nightingale's Feather Okay, it looks like a new bow. Another obvious plus for this game is that it is an MMO and it has PvP. So that could be, I mean, it couldn't really be a negative or a disadvantage, because if you don't like the PvP, you can just not participate. It's really that easy. I got another Thunderous Halberd. Why? I guess that's fine. I got another Thunderous Halberd, a third one. Okay, weird. So yeah, it's not a disadvantage because you can just not participate and just keep exploring the world, which is honestly my favorite part of open world games. Just staying there and having an open world to explore. You could obviously team up with your friends if you are, I can't speak straight, in the same server and do content together with them. Let's do a temple with the Blackenclaws. And as I was trying to say, since the game is new, it's gonna keep releasing more weapons slash characters because they're kinda connected. But the characters are purely cosmetic. They are connected to the no SR, but that is okay. They're connected to their weapons. So wishing is easier because to buy a single wish, you do not need 160 currency. I don't know where I get those numbers from, even if you ask me. But you only need 150, and also to get pity, you just need to reach 80 wishes. I do think that was targeted for someone, which I would prefer not to mention, but I think they're just doing that out of spite or something. It's pretty hilarious though, you have to agree. So, lots of rewards, especially in the early game. As you can see, there's also a story. By completing story quests, you get a bunch of rewards, even wishes, dark crystals, omnium crystals, which are upgrade materials. You get currency. So there is a crap load of rewards everywhere. Look at the waist cutouts. That looks insane. Oh mama. Woo! Reminds me of Senhi, kinda. Senhi, but not even close, basically. Anyway, newcomer event, you can claim on these. I still don't know what these are. 105. Oh, there's point rewards, so even more Blackenclaws. See? Even more rewards, as I was saying. And we got another achievement. Holy crap. Now, one thing that you do not exactly see in other anime waifu collector games is daily rewards. So it's only for the first 7 days, so it basically like an event. But there is, if I can remember where it is exactly, it's if you go to the shop, yeah, there's a daily supply box. You click the daily reward, and there is a daily reward just for logging into the game, which is honestly pretty amazing. Now, if we go to the shop, purchase rewards or hot. So now this is how we get even more wishes. As I said, just 150, we can get 6 wishes. However, these are all amazing points, and just for those, it is a game worth getting. I'm a sneaky lady. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. He looks like white Putin. One other thing that I did not mention is that you can upgrade the slot where the weapons and the equipment goes, which means that you get even more passive damage, passive defense, passive health, and even more passive stats. So that is amazing. It doesn't exactly, it doesn't only matter what weapons and what rarity the weapons are that you use. It's also a good way to upgrade the slot in order to get that extra little bit of damage as you get to higher levels, and as you upgrade even more of these. There are 8 main slots, and there are a few more of the secondary, I would say, slots, so you can get a bunch more damage that way and a bunch more of stats. And you know what they say, even just every little bit helps, isn't that a phrase somewhere? But there are a few disadvantages which honestly, they're not even that heavy. You can bypass them honestly if you just love the game that much. But let me get into those. One of the main disadvantages which is gonna put the most players off is that the game is a little bit too futuristic. You know what I'm saying? Many like that, but I personally do not. I like the old school fantasy where it's just bows and normal swords and the Terminator. Hilda the Terminator. I really should not be wishing while making a video. It's so fun though. Okay, let me get to the simulacra. Hilda, there we go. Oh my god, that weapons looks... Whew! Oh my god! So, due to the futuristic element, robots and stuff, I personally couldn't say that I like it. That's it. That's quite anticlimactic. I don't know about the damage though, and I'm not gonna explore the damage because I'm not trying to make a guide. I'm just giving my impressions and overall of the overall view and feel of the game. So the futuristic element is something that I personally do not like, and is also the main reason that I will not be... I don't think I'm gonna take this game very seriously, and I'm not gonna be grinding a whole bunch like I would do on other games. One other reason that someone may not be welcoming the game so much is that it's an MMO, which means that your server might be lagging if you don't have the best internet and stuff. And other games do have internal servers, so they do also need internet, so basically ping does matter as well in other games. But if you want to interact with other players or your friends, that's gonna be a problem only, however, if you have any issues with your internet, so it's not honestly that big of a deal. And the last thing that I want to talk about is that exploring in this game, I haven't gotten off this first small island. I haven't gotten off from the starting island. However, from what I have seen, exploring is dry, very dry, because it does have random enemies, but they're only in they are only in a select few of abandoned, not exactly abandoned, but random buildings in the world. So you can, they are guarding chests, but you can get the rewards from the chests by bypassing the enemies. It's not required, which means that it can get boring, and most players are looking for efficiency in a game like this in order to get more powerful more quickly. So they may feel a little bummed out because there is not enough action, since they might be bypassing a lot of enemies. Also, one last thing before I end. You can find these in the world. What are these called? Type 1 supply pod. So these supply pods, look at what it gives you when I open this. Look at the reward.
It's better than coupons.
Wait, can you... Black and close. Did you see that? You get wishes. They are all over the world. I think this is either the third or the fourth one that I have gotten. And imagine that I am still in the starting area of the game, and I haven't even really explored. I'm just I don't know, like 1 hour in. I maybe played for 1 hour, and I already got 4 wishes from not even trying to explore the game or invest time in really exploring. So in conclusion, the game is worth it. It's an amazing game, even though it might feel a little wonky at times, but that is okay. Rewards, I haven't seen a lot of whaling videos. I'm not gonna make a video, but you can see some of the whales talk about the rewards from wishing, but you do get a crap load of wishes, which is honestly the most important stuff. Very good game. Really hope that you enjoy both my video and the game, right? Just like I said, it is free, so just get it, try it for yourself, and you have nothing to lose. It is 21 gigabytes currently, so just type Tower of Fantasy in Google and it will give you a prompt to download the game. It is both in Mac, Windows, as well as Android. I don't know about... oh, what am I saying? Mac is... Yeah, it doesn't matter. So it's in every platform except PlayStation. Anyway, really hope that you enjoy, and it's a beautiful game. Just look at the scenery. It's a really beautiful game. GG's.